I got some of this for you.
Goodness. For me?
Yeah, just for you.
Cam Buford, voice of the fans. I got Mr. Frank Isola with me.
Well, I was the voice of the fans.
I'm the voice of the fans. Right. But you are a voice. How about you? You are a voice.
East Coast voice.
You're on every morning. You talk to a lot of fans, and then you do ESPN, Sirius. What's the response you get from fans? Talk about your position on the NBA.
It's funny because the fans that call our show, the listeners, are really educated. So they know the sport, and they have their own opinions. And sometimes they agree with me, sometimes they don't, and that makes for good radio because sometimes we agree on players or things that are happening in the league, issues that are happening.
Go ahead, you can go on.
You know, and that's what makes it fun. Everyone's entitled to their own opinions, and no opinion is right, no opinion is wrong.
What is the biggest change you've seen in over the years in the NBA? Obviously, there's been rules changes, there have been talent changes. What is the biggest change that you see that's impacted the NBA?
I would say, and I think it's a good change, I think the influx of all the players from around the world. I mean, Joel Embiid was an MVP. Giannis has won a couple. Nikola Jokic has won a bunch. So, you know, if you look around the world, for example, if you look in soccer, the Premier League in England is the best soccer league in the world. They have players from all over the world. The NBA is the best basketball league in the world. So you're going to get the best players from all over the world. So that's actually a good thing.
So you brought up the European, and I don't really want to talk about this, but what do you think about now the influx of the in-season tournament that came from the European kind of descent?
I understand I like the concept of making the games count toward the regular season, which they do. But I think to really make it work the right way, it should probably be a little bit longer, and everyone that's in your group, you should play them home and away. That would make it fair. Okay. So I understand why they do it in November. They want it to end that first week of December. Really, if you stretched it out, you could probably have it end on Super Bowl weekend, maybe even that Saturday night or the Monday after the Super Bowl.
I agree with that. I think it should be the whole month of November, not Monday, Friday, Tuesday, Friday.
I would do it on specific nights. And I know why. The first time they had the last year with the first of the NBA Cup, I was in a bar and people were like, why does the court look like that? So that was actually a smart idea. Now, some of the colors of the court, that blood red,
they didn't run that by you?
It's not good. That blood red is not good. But I would just make it, if you want to do it fair, everyone that's in your group, you should be home and away.
So another influx that we're looking at, I guess hockey tried the four teams from four country teams. Should the NBA do just NBA versus the world?
You have to remember too, it's actually not a bad idea. And let's face it, when you watch TNT pick the teams, Charles Barkley's team, up until the injury replacement that they made, was everyone that had a connection to international. Even Karl Anthony Towns with his mom being Dominican, and then Donovan Mitchell, his mom being Panamanian descent. So they really
they tried it.
They tried it, but I understand. I don't think it would be the worst thing. And you know what I would do? I think what they need to do, I'd go back to the old format, just have two teams, and I would just put 15 guys on each roster. That's 30 players. That's the way they should do it.
I like the players drafting I like that. That added some. That was TV time.
But plus, it would have been fun this year because Jokic got the most votes, I believe, in the Western Conference.
Right.
So listening to Jokic draft guys, because Jokic kind of has I don't want to really be bothered. It would have been funny to listen to who he drafted and for him to give his reasons. It would have been, hey, listen, LeBron kept getting the most votes, so it was good, but we already kind of knew who he was going to take. It would have been funny to get somebody else. Or maybe they just should rotate the captains. I don't actually mind that with you're suggesting. I would just go back. And this is before we know how it's going to work out on Sunday.
Well, so my last question for you, I think this youth infusement of the youth guys might actually add some competition because nobody's going to want to lose to the quote unquote rookies or G League team.
I understand that, but that's why I think for the All-Star game, if you go to 15 guys on each team, the coach can go around every player and he asks every player, I need you, how many minutes can you play off? LeBron's 40. LeBron wants to play 8 minutes in the beginning of the game? Fine. Jokic doesn't ever really seem like he's into, wants to play 5, that's fine. You go to a baseball All-Star game, Shohei Ohtani may only get one at bat. Right. It's the All-Star game. So the younger guys like Cade Cunningham, like Jalen Brunson, they might be willing to play 25 minutes and go more. I'm not saying you got to treat like it's Game 7 of the NBA Finals, but I was recently watching a replay of the '93 All-Star game in Utah. You know, the game went into overtime. Jordan's there, Charles Barkley, John Stockton, Karl Malone, Patrick Ewing. Those guys were going at it. Right. And I think the NBA needs to get back to that instead of having the 4 teams like you're going to have this week.
Let the people know, Frank, where they can find you on social media. I know you do the SiriusXM, you do Around the Horn. Let the people know where else they can find you.
I think on Twitter, I think it's @Frank Isola, but on SiriusXM NBA Radio every morning, 7 to 10 Eastern Time. I do the net games on the Yes Network and then ESPN as well, Around the Horn PTI.
Thank you for your time, man.
Thank you. Voice of the fan.
Voice of the Cam Buford, man. I've been a big fan of yours.
You're based out here?
I'm kind of moving around. I was in LA for 20 years. I got my master's degree in Alabama, but my mom's not doing so well, so I took myself back to Seattle, and I'm kind of working out of Seattle right now. Yeah. So, but it's nice to see you. I listen to you regularly, man.
Send my best to your mother.
Yeah, man. It's a tough situation. It's great. Nice to meet you, bro. Have a great one. Thanks, bro. Thanks, bro. Yeah, I'll get around. Appreciate you. Man, yeah, that's super, bro. Just adding more content. Adding more content. Yeah, Frank is cool. I listen to their show a lot. Scalabrini, he's a clown, but I mean, he knows his game, obviously. You seen the video of him schooling the dudes who thought they could beat an NBA player? And he took old boy to task, so that was funny. But yeah, man. So nice seeing you, bro. Let's wake up, man.
Yeah, I'll definitely try.
I'm up in Seattle now. I'm up in Seattle, so Mom's ain't doing so hot, bro. So I had to go up there at the beginning of the year, and I don't know how long I'll be there, but I had to go up there. But yeah, I'm gonna go get some more content, bro. Nice to see you, Mike.